So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? Well, we talk about, at the Grape Explorer, the past, the present, and the future. And of course, my travels of spanning the globe of fine wines. And today we're going to talk about Argentina, one of my most favorite areas. I love Argentina. If you never ever have been there before, we broke out the map so we can explain a little bit about where this is actually from. This is from the Uco Valley. So you can actually see right here, it's called the Val de Uco. Right here, see? The Val de Uco. And what's going on there? This is the hottest area in Mendoza for fine wines. And for a very, very interesting reason. If we look back, let's say over 25 years ago, there was a lot of foreign investment that was going on in this area. Of course, you had the traditional families in Argentina that were making great wines. But what happened was the French started to show up. And a lot of guys from Bordeaux, like Michel Rolland, was going down there, and he convinced a lot of the chateau owners in Bordeaux to set up shop basically and said, look out, Argentina is one of the greatest areas, especially for Malbec wines. But this is a producer that we want to highlight today. So this is called Cuvelier Los Andes. And Cuvelier Family owns Leoville Poyferre in St Julien, one of my favorite properties in St Julien. Actually, the label is the same color as the Leoville Poyferre. So, you know, knowing Didier Cuvelier, these are the cousins that are actually running this property. I had a chance to visit them when I went, and they were called the Group of Seven, which is called Clos de Siete. And you had 7 producers, and each property had to share what was called the Clos de Siete to make a wine from Argentina. But then, of course, they all had their own individual properties, and the Cuvelier family was in that area. But that was considered, to me, to be the finest area in all of Argentina. So I was importing this wine about close to 20 years ago, bringing it into Florida. And, you know, because I had the connection in Bordeaux, all of a sudden, when I found out the wines were available, I said, oh, I'm all over that, because I know that these people know how to make great wines. And of course, this was Michel Rolland was consulting this property at the time. We all love Michel. He makes really, really great wines. But this wine is a beautiful, beautiful expression of Malbec. And I wanted to highlight it because, again, in my past, I brought this wine into Florida. It was flying under the radar. Then all of a sudden, the prices obviously went up. And but this wine is still an affordable wine. They make 2 different cuvées. This is the one that I think that if you don't want to spend a lot of money, this wine is flying under the radar at $30 a bottle, under 30 retail. So I wanted to highlight this wine because I feel these, if you really want to try Malbec from Argentina, they blend in Cabernet Sauvignon, and they also blend in Merlot and Cabernet Franc into the Malbec. It's mostly predominantly Malbec because Malbec is king in this area, but they do blend in Cabernet Sauvignon. But I wanted to highlight this wine. Again, this is a Grape Explorer talking about great value, talking about beautiful wines, and talking about expressive wines.